Hi everybody, how is everybody tonight? Welcome. My name is Julia Green. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this was supposed to be my Thursday night live, but unfortunately, I had a conflict come up. So for those of you guys that have been following me, you might know already, but for those of you who don't, I am a volunteer EMT on our ambulance service here in our little town. And I have to, every couple of years, have to do some mandatory classes to recert my certification. And last night was one of those classes. And me, not always scheduling things or putting things on my calendar like a good girl, end up with conflicts. And that's exactly what happened last night. So I went and did that and rescheduled my Thursday night live for tonight. So here we are. So you've caught me assembling a cute little banner that I am going to use on a tiered tray that I have down in my kitchen area. It's actually between my kitchen and my dining room. My kitchen and my dining room are all one big giant room. So I have against one of the walls, I have like almost like a dry sink that I keep all kinds of stuff in. And I decided to get one of those tiered shelves and decorate that for each holiday. And I put it up there in that area. And the whole idea of it was to not to decorate all over the place, but just maybe in that one spot. So I have some things for that area that are ladybugs. And so I thought they would be really cute to put in there with the Valentine stuff. So I'm making a cute little banner to hang on there. So this banner you could also use. I think it would be really cute if you use this banner in a scrapbook page as well. So I have used the smallest of the party banner dies. Okay, this is the one in the very, very middle. Okay, it is the smallest. It does come where you can there is things in there to cut these holes in the sides. There's a couple different ones that you can use. But I just figured since this is going to be so small, and I'm going to use twine in between, that I thought, okay, well, I could just use, I'm using a 1/8 of an inch punch that I just happen to have here in my spinner of tools. So I'm putting a little hole in each one. Now, when I do these banners, or a banner, or any kind of banner, I like to make it an odd number. So we have love, which only has 4 letters. So we've done a little heart on the end here. And I have used, the letters that I used are the mini alphabet dies. So it's this one here. And another one that you could use if you wanted to make it a little bit bigger and use the skinnier letters, there's this one. These are the alphabet a la mode dies. So if you're a scrapbooker, or if you like to make banners, which I do like to make banners, I have in my scrap room here a bunch of banners that I have made over the years, and I do like banners. So, all right, so we are going to use the twine we're going to use. I thought this would be fun because I've used, so this twine is the black and white and gold baker's twine, and I'm going to use the black and the gold one, which is why I did the gold hearts there. So now I got to find the end here. This was in the holiday catalog, but I believe it's still available. I did look it up today, I think, and it was still available. So we're gonna cut, I don't know, a couple yards of that. And then we're just gonna string this through. Yeah, so this would look really cute on a scrapbook page, or Do any of you guys have those little tiered shelves that you decorate? I know it was kind of a popular thing for a while, and then now you don't see too much of it, but I love mine. I actually have another one up here in the bathroom on the second floor that I put, I just put all kinds of things, like, so when I have guests come stay and they use the bathroom, so there's, like, I put Band-Aids, and I bought some little cute little glass jars, and put all the things in little glass jars, so there's, like, you know, Q-tips, and whoops, I want to go. Oh, I screwed that up already. So I want to go. Actually, I kind of liked it with the twine going across, so maybe we'll do it that way. All right, so then I want to go up and down. Normally, a lot of times when I do this, I do the string so you don't see it, but I kind of like this black and gold. It really gives it a little something. So, hi Deb, how are you? All right, so we're going to go up and then over. So we have the V and the E. And we're going to do this one that way too. V, the O. So what I did too, when I punched the letters out, you can see that it punches out the whole thing of letters. I have a little, I took a little case and I saved all the other letters. So I just would have them, whenever I've done this and punched out and I've only used a few of the letters, I've saved the other ones. So I have a little container over there with a bunch of different letters, different colors. So it'll come in handy if I'm doing a scrapbook page and I want to do something like that. So there you have it. So this cute little love banner, which I just think would be so cute on a scrapbook page, or like I said, I'm going to use it on my tiered tray. Now, I want to put something on my heart, but I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to use these. I used these early on some of my others. So these are the Strawberry Slush and Pretty Pink Gems. And they have this clear one with the gold in it, and I'm going to use that on my heart down there, I think. So I'm going to find one that has they have all different kinds of, it has gold glitter in it. I don't know if you can, if I put these up close, if you can see. See the glitter? Really pretty. So I'm just going to put that guy right up there. There, I like that. I might add some more, we'll see. But anyway, you get the idea. So the banner dies and the different alphabets, I showed you those. I'm going to get those out of my way. I'm going to set my little banner over here, and I'll bring that back at the end when I'm done doing all my other fun stuff. Let me see if I can clean up an area here, and we'll keep right on going here. I'm saving these because I am going to punch out some more. So the hearts I punched out for that banner, I used the bee punch that goes with the bee stamp set, and we're going to be using the bee stamp set tonight too. I think is it called Be My Valentine maybe? What did I do with it? It is here somewhere. It is Be My Valentine, and B is spelled B-E-E. And remember, it had the cute paper last year and all that fun stuff. So that is still available. All right, so let's go ahead and make our first card tonight. So I put my sample over here so I can follow along. So let's see, we have our card base is going to be red. Okay, we have a bunch of little guys in here, little pieces and parts. So we are using the Endless Love that is in the new catalog, the new mini catalog that just went live. If you need a new catalog, I have some here, so let me know if you need one. I have grabbed the perennial postage dies, and we are using the very largest one, and we're going to use that as a layer on our card, which I thought looked really cute. So we have our 8.5 by 11 cut in half. We have our envelope. We have two of those because I'm going to put one on the inside because I just feel the red is really dark. So I'm using real red. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this one on the inside, if I can find my stamp and seal. So I did one for the inside, just like that. Now this one, I've cut a piece of paper a little bit smaller so that that postage layer shows. And this is the paper from the suite that's in the mini catalog. If you need any of these numbers or anything like that, just shout me, give me a little DM or whatever, or make a comment here on the video and I can get you all the information that you need if you would like to order anything that you see me using. All right, so we've done a layer with our paper, and now we're going to put that right on the front of our card. I'm just going to put that right there in the front. And doesn't that give it a really nice layer by giving it that postage stamp around the outside? Like that a lot. A little bit of glue there. And I grab my glue thing. All right, we'll get that off in there. Okay. And then I've taken this heart and these two hearts, and this is punched out of red and this is punched out of white. And this is another one of the framelits that's in that framelit set. And I'm going to put the red one on the inside. So I'm just going to give it a few little dots of glue here. And we're going to put that right down here in the corner on the inside. Just like that. Now, this one, we're going to stamp on this guy. And we stamped the Love You from the Be My Valentine. And we're going to stamp that in red. And we're going to stamp that right in the center of our little heart here. I like this font in that Be My Valentine. I just think it's really cute. So then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of that. And so last year, I don't have a lot of people that I send Valentines to, but last year I work at an assisted living, also part-time now, per diem actually. And a friend of mine is the activity director at another facility, and I met her scrapbooking and stuff. And I actually sent one to, I called the front desk and asked how many, oh, that was handy. All my glue's on my board now. So we're going to put this heart up here, going like that direction. We're going to grab one of my wipies and get my glue off of here, or else I'll be there. Now we gotta get that to dry. So anyway, she's the activity director at another facility, and I called and asked how many people, how many residents they had, and she told me, and I went through my stash here, and I signed each one of them with a cute little personal note, and then I sent, where did my bee punch go? Here he is. I sent them just to resident at such and such a facility, and I got rid of a lot of my Valentine cards stash that I had here. So if that's something that you might do, you know, call the local facility, ask them how many people they have, and just send each one of them a Valentine's card. And I just think, how fun would that be? And she sent me pictures of some of them, in some of the rooms and stuff, where they had it, you know, like sitting on their table. And so that just made me happy to know that, you know, I made somebody a little happy with my Valentines. Okay, so I've used my little bee punch again because I like the size of that heart. So we're going to put that up in the corner of that one. We're going to bring back those bling. And we are going to put one in that little heart. So we're going to use a little one. going to put one in there. And then we did 5 random all over the outside of the card. So 1, I think I did 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need one more. I might put it right there. Maybe over here. Maybe down there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do it right there. Okay. Ow. I just poked myself with my take your pick tool. Poked myself good. It hurt. No blood. So we're good. All right. Now I took this stamp, which is from that, the new set that's in the mini. And we're going to do that on the outside of the envelope. And again, we're going to do that in red. So we're going to ink him up. And we're going to do that right down here in the corner. And it matches our little heart there that we put on the stuff. So I bought the paper and the ribbon and the embellishments, not the set. I'll use last year's Stamps and Dies. Yeah, that's sure. That works. You can only have just so many heart stamp sets, right? You and Chloe did that at Halloween for the Children's Hospital. Yes, we did. Chloe and I went through my Halloween stamps, and Chloe sat and wrote a little personal note inside each one, and we sent them to Cards for Hospital Kids. So you can look that up on Facebook. That's another thing too. They take Valentine cards. They take all kinds of cards. And there's a few little rules about what you can write inside the cards and stuff. Chloe did have a spectacular Halloween. They gave us some suggestions of things that you can write in there. Like they don't want you to write like get well and all that stuff. So anyway, but that's Chloe and I did that for Halloween. It helps me. It's helping me clean out the stash. I'm trying to make this room a little bit more organized and a little bit more of a happy place. I come up here sometimes and it's just a little overwhelming. So, all right, so that's our card, okay, and we have the layer on the inside, so I think that's very pretty. Now, I decided to do, what do I do with it? I decided to do a little candy pouch to go with this. Now, these are the iridescent treat bags. Now, these treat bags were in the mini catalog that had the Halloween stuff. Actually, I think these were online. The Halloween set that was online. But aren't they pretty? Look at how pretty are they? So I thought they'd be great for Valentine's Day. Chelsea and Chloe, you might recognize some of the candy. This is candy that I had on our road trip that we just took. I had, these are the hugs that I had bought to make for a Christmas cookie that turned out to be a flop. I don't normally buy candy or have a bunch of candy in the house, and then the Cherry Jolly Ranchers were for another project that I had, and we needed red candies. So I have red Jolly Ranchers in there, and then I have the hugs, and who doesn't like a hug? So, and I've used the same paper, and then I've used some of the hearts, and then this heart here I embossed with the embossing folder. And I used the postage, one of the postage things, so it says to and from. So wouldn't that be really pretty to go with my card? So that's that. These are still available. I did look these up, so they are still available. So if you want to check those out. All right, and I have another card here that I'm going to do. All right, let's see. So on this card, we have a bunch of little pieces in here. So if I do a card class for you, this is how I do everything. So you come to the class and everything that you would need would be inside your envelope. So you dump it out, and then I have samples of the card that we're doing, and so you just kind of follow along. If it's something that you're interested in doing where you might want to get a few people together and make some cards, I would be happy to do that. I do have some classes coming up. I am doing a class at a local place here. If you're interested in that class, It's on my website. If you go to my Stamping with Julia page, you can see all the information on that. Let's see. All right, so I have, I'm trying to think of the colors. This one I think is Pretty in Pink, maybe? Yes, Pretty in Pink and Melon Mambo. I personally like those two together. So, and then this is the white, and I've gone ahead and embossed it with the embossing folder. Isn't that cool? So before we put it all together, though, we're going to grab a piece of scrap paper here. And this is a technique that I don't do a lot, and was like, you know, I really should do that more, because it does add quite a little bit. It adds a whole nother layer to the card, but without adding weight to the card. So that's always a good thing. So what I like to do is tap and pick up some ink with my blending brush, and then I like to tap off a lot of the ink onto my scrap paper, and then I like to go in circles. I just think that works out really well. And I'm going to kind of go out. I want to leave a little bit of a white edge on the edges here. No rhyme or reason. I love to do this on an embossing folder, because I just really think, I mean, look at, now you can really see the design of the embossing folder, which is really cool. So you get the texture and you can see it too. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and put this layer right on top of the Melon Mambo layer. And then we are going to just go right ahead and put the Melon Mambo layer right on top of the Pretty in Pink layer. I'm just gonna put that right on there. All right, so there's my card base. Now I've taken this big guy. He's another one of the dies. We're going to kind of put him more up towards the top, because we've punched out some of the X's and the O's, and we're going to put those across the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this guy just so that I know where to put my X's and my O's. So we're going to put him right up here. Just like that. Okay. Now I've punched out some X's and O's. And I did these in Melon Mambo. And we're going to start with an X in the middle. So I'm going to flip all these over so that I have the back sides here. And you can tell the front and the back of these when you die cut them. But I have no fingernails left, so winter does my fingernails in. So, all right. Hi, Miss Lorraine. You are not late. Nobody's ever late. There's no such thing as being late. You can watch whatever, right? I find myself scrolling at night. It's really a bad habit. It really is terrible. All right, so we're going to do the X's and O's across the bottom down here on the bottom. And I'm going to grab my tweezers, because I did this the other day with my tweezers, and I found that it was a little helpful to grab these with my tweezers. All right, so we're going to try to find, I want this X to be in the middle of my card. So that looks about like in the middle. So we're just going to put him there. And we have the two O's on either side. Whoops. Two O's on either side. So we do X's and O's. The O's are cute. They have little hearts in the center. And I did save, whoops, stuck to my finger instead of my card here. I did save the little hearts that it punched out. I have them in a little thing over there. Because they might be something I might use on another card. And then an X on each end. Oops, I feel a sneeze coming on. Phew. Whew. I better not be catching anything. I do not. I'm trying really hard not to get sick this year. I do not want to be sick. All right, so we have our X's and O's across the bottom. Now we have this little tag guy, and we're going to grab the Melon Mambo ink, and we are going to stamp hugs and kisses on him. And we popped him up, but before we popped him up, I did take the brush and I didn't add any ink. I just went along the edges of the little tag here. All right, so we need some dimensionals, and I'm going to grab the little ones. All right, we're going to put him right about here. And then we got this nice big arrow. We punched him out of the gold, and we're going to put a little dimensional on the tip and a big dimensional on the feather end. And we did him up across like this, and we covered up the hole in our little tag. Now I'm going to grab the gold paper that I have sitting here in my punch, and I need 3 of these little hearts. We have 1. I feel like I'm really struggling with no fingernails. Whew. But my fingernails, it's just so dry. Just so dry. All right. 2, 3. Whoops, he went flying. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to grab glue dots for these guys. And I'm going to do, let's see. I did one up here. One down here. And then one up there. And there you have it. Now, I don't remember if I did anything on the inside. No, I didn't do anything on the inside of that one, but I think I'm gonna. So, I'm gonna grab this multiple part little thing here, and we're gonna grab the Melon Mambo. And we'll stamp that on the inside. Cute. Okay. And then on the envelope, I took and did the Pretty in Pink and the Melon Mambo on, and kind of overlapped them a little bit on the envelope. So I will do that on my envelope that I have here. So I have some stuff coming up. Let's see. Monday is Coffee and a Card now, for those of you guys that know. Right now we have bonus days going on. So I think that's for the whole month of January. For every $50 that you spend, you're going to earn a $5 coupon. Make sure you have a current email with Stampin' Up! So that they send it, because that's where they send the coupons, is to your email. So you're going to want to make sure you have a current and correct email with them in order to get your coupons. You're going to want to make sure you have that. Let's see, what else? If you need that new catalog, let me know. I'd be happy to hook you up with a new catalog. Paper Pumpkin. What is today? Today is the 9th, right? So you have till tomorrow to get in on this particular Paper Pumpkin. If you liked the postage thing that I used this time, that has a little bit of that, refers to the postage. It has, if you buy the add-on, it has the a little postage thing in there. Product of the month has changed. There's a new one. It's a stamp set, and I don't have a picture of it, unfortunately. I will work on that and get a picture of it for you. But if you would like to see it or check out anything, you are always welcome to go to my website and check out anything that I've talked about here on the lives. Always check out the last last chance product list. There's always some good deals on there. And then coming up in January, we have this fun card retreat. Any of you guys that participated in the scrapbooking one, this is one that is going to be cards. And so I've ordered the kit. For some reason, the kit did not come with my order the other day, and I have not had a chance to find out why that happened. I'm almost thinking it got shipped from a different area or something. I don't know, but I got to look into that. And now it's the weekend, so I didn't, but I did buy the kit. The kit, look at the kit. It looks awesome. There's tons and tons of stuff in there. So, and I am going to be doing that. I will be away on at a crop, but I am going to participate in the card making retreat and hopefully be able to keep up with it. That's my goal anyway. So I have to teach a class at the retreat too. So I don't know how that's gonna. I'm not sure that's all gonna work in. Tuesday night next week. I think it's the 13th. Maybe is the date. We're gonna do a mystery card night right here. So far, I've only posted that on my website. So if you want to get the list of materials for that, go to my website. I am going to work on this weekend, hopefully getting it on Facebook so that you'll know what kind of materials to gather. What we do is we gather the materials, I come on here, and we make the cards together, and we all use whatever materials we have. So it's a real lot of fun. You get to see a whole bunch of different things that you can do with just the card layout or whatever that I've had you gather the supplies for. So we have that fun card tonight. We have my candy packet, which was really cute. We have this fun card here, and then we have my cute little banner that I made that will be very cute with my ladybug themed on my tiered tray down in my kitchen and dining room area. So hopefully I have inspired you to make something sweet or make a sweet card for someone this Valentine's Day. All these, most of the products that I use tonight are in that new mini catalog. So again, if you want to get in on any of that stuff and you don't have a demonstrator that you work with, just let me know and I'll be happy to get you a catalog. So, all right, I think I've covered all my housekeeping things that I wanted to cover, and I've made you some fun things here. Hopefully, I have inspired you. That is my main goal, is to inspire you to. If you aren't already a paper crafter, I inspire you to become a paper crafter because it is a lot of fun. Something I've been doing for years. It's very relaxing for me. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm trying to stay within a half an hour, and I'm a little bit over, but I'm going to, actually, no, I'm not, because I started 8:35. So, I'm doing okay. All right, guys. Oh, hi, Teresa. Yeah, you'll have to watch the replay. That's okay. You're in a different time zone, right? So it's hard to remember the times for everybody when they're in different time zones. All right, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope I have inspired you, and hopefully we will all be stamping together soon. Have a great rest of your night.